2 days ago, Mount Etna went completely off the charts. This isn't just a rumble, it's a warning scream from deep underground. The surface looks calm, but don't be fooled. A monster is waking up. Disaster strikes when you least expect it. In Catania, panic hit instantly. At 2:13 a.m., alarms blared. Readings spiked 5 times higher than normal. This was no glitch. The numbers kept climbing, smashing records in minutes. By sunrise, tremors hit 10 times the safety limit. Emergency protocols triggered. Scientists stared at the screens in horror. Last time this happened, explosion. Fresh data flooded in. Every sensor screamed the same deadly warning. From the rim to the base, the mountain is sending a message. They aren't hearing noise. They are hearing magma tearing through rock. A red line shot up the main screen. Everyone knew what it meant. Emergency teams went to code red. Alerts flew to aviation officials immediately. Timestamps filled the board. 3:10 a.m. Tremors held at critical levels. 3:45 a.m. confirmed. The wait became agonizing. Above ground, silence. Below, a pressure cooker ready to blow. Scientists watch the clock. How long until the system fails? This tremor is the heartbeat of a killer. It is a low, deadly hum between 1 and 10 hertz. The harder the magma pushes, the louder that signal gets. This signal is the only warning before hell breaks loose. Etna usually sleeps, but right now she's hyperventilating. That constant shaking means magma is hunting for an exit. Imagine a freight train under your house that never stops. Experts aren't just watching strength. They hunt for specific death patterns. They track the B value. When it rises, magma is rushing up. When it drops, pressure builds. It becomes a ticking time bomb. These shifts appear weeks before the smoke. It's your only head start. We can see the plumbing break before the explosion hits. This data saves lives. Your family's survival depends on it. 3 independent systems are now confirming the nightmare scenario. Activity is intensifying everywhere. Tremors are stuck at 10 times normal. The danger line isn't dropping. It has flatlined at maximum risk. This isn't slowing down. Magma is sprinting toward the surface. Deadly gas readings are skyrocketing right this second. Satellites like Sentinel-5P see massive sulfur clouds forming. It smashed the 2 Dobson limit. That means fresh, volatile lava. This is new fuel. It is unstable and ready to detonate. In the last 24 hours, the crater started glowing red. Heat sensors show temperatures soaring past anything seen recently. It is the classic sign. The ground is cooking from below. Usually, these signals happen alone, but now they are all striking at once. The mountain is coordinating an attack. Every warning light is flashing red. When risk levels hit this high, it is already too late. Dr. Boris Benet calls this the ultimate compound warning. Tremors, gas, heat, and ground swelling are all spiking together. This is not just a strange statistic. Decades of history at Etna prove one deadly fact. When signals align like this, pressure is actively hunting for a release. The southeast crater is the gun pointed at us. Since 1971, it has become the volcano's most dangerous cannon. When deep pressure surges, this crater screams first. Vents glow hot, gas spikes, and sensors catch the first tremors. In the past 5 years, every major disaster started right here. The script is familiar and terrifying. All indicators rise at once, focusing energy on the southeast crater. We saw this exact pattern in December 2018. Days later, a massive quake devastated the eastern flank. In 2021, the same warning signs appeared. Thermal, seismic, and gas data skyrocketed before the lava fountains. Now, we are seeing the same nightmare scenario. Tremors are sustained at 10 times the safe level. Sulfur dioxide levels are critical, above 2 Dobson units. The summit vents are radiating persistent, intense heat. GPS sensors show the eastern slopes are literally swelling. Magma is pushing upward and outward right now. For experts like Dr. Benet, this is code red. When these 4 signs align, the window for survival closes fast. This risk is not a theory, it is a mechanical certainty. The plumbing is pressurized, and instruments are waiting for the break. A deadly new seismic pattern has already begun. In the last 12 hours, a swarm of quakes hit hard. They ripped through the upper 5 kilometers of the conduit. These aren't the big shakes that rattle your windows. They are rapid-fire bursts of destruction. Hundreds of tiny fractures are hitting shallow depths in tight clusters. Each signal is sharp and violent. Together, they tell us the rock is being physically torn apart. This swarm is a mechanical fingerprint of doom. Pressurized magma is cracking new paths near the summit. These fractures are happening between 0 and 5 kilometers deep. That is exactly where the magma is pooling. The frequency reveals the terrifying stress inside the volcano. When quake numbers spike, the plumbing is failing. The rock has reached its absolute breaking point. Dr. Sonia Calvari has analyzed these patterns for decades. She says this swarm screams danger for two reasons. First, the quakes are targeted directly under the southeast crater. That is the most active vent on the mountain. Second, the shaking hasn't stopped for hours. This isn't just gas, it is a sustained push from below. Calvary warns this is the clearest sign of magma movement. It is forcing its way up, preparing to breach the surface. As these shallow earthquakes continue, the threat escalates. The evidence points to a system under massive mechanical stress. These fractures are acting like failing pressure valves. If cracking outpaces healing, the mountain will fail. It is being rebuilt from the inside, one quake at a time. On the eastern slopes, the danger is visible. The ground itself is starting to rise. High-tech GNSS stations show undeniable uplift. It is subtle, but it is there. In the past 36 hours, the surface pushed up millimeters. The strongest force is hitting the lower flanks. For a giant like Etna, a 1 millimeter shift is terrifying. That represents immense power pushing from below. Real-time data tracks this swelling with deadly precision. Scientists are watching the mountain breathe. Magma is filling the shallow crust right now. This matches the pattern of every catastrophic eruption. The crust is expanding on the vulnerable eastern side. This inflation is not a coincidence. It is the physical reaction to magma forcing its way out. It presses against the rock and lifts the earth. Multiple sensors confirm the same terrifying truth. A massive volume of magma is gathering just below you. This is not rain or heat. It is the signature of a bomb about to go off. Modern networks have changed the survival game. We used to be blind until the explosion. Now, sensors catch the movement days before the disaster. These tiny uplifts have predicted past explosions. They give us a short window to save lives. The data from the eastern slopes confirms the worst. Tremor, gas, and heat all say the same thing. Run. Pressure is skyrocketing beneath your feet. Remember December 2018? That nightmare is starting again. Seismic sensors are screaming right now. The ground is shaking just like before. This is a massive warning. By December 24th, tremors doubled. 48 hours later, it blew. A magnitude 4.8 quake hit. Homes crumbled instantly. Ancient walls in Flary and Zaffarana cracked open. Your house could be next. Escape routes were cut off. Highways shut down. Imagine being trapped while the ground splits. 30 kilometers away, the sky turned black. Ash choked the airspace. Controllers watched in horror. No flights out. A gray curtain trapped thousands. You could be stranded next. Officials were helpless. The ash cloud dictated survival. One breath of that air could kill. The mountain controls the sky. Ground warping and gas spikes destroy life. This affects everyone nearby. These aren't just stats. They are survival signals. Ignoring them could cost you everything. The next 48 to 72 hours decide your fate. This situation is spiraling fast. Scientists are watching every second. Gas, heat, GPS data. The dashboard is lighting up red. Experts are terrified. When signs align like this, disaster follows. The surface is about to break. From silence to eruption in 2 days, that is how fast your world changes. Check the official updates immediately. It is your only shield. Do not ignore the warnings. This is not a drill. It is a stress test for the region. The danger is real. It is not if, but when. The pressure must release. If you live here, time is running out. Etna is on the edge right now. The sensors are flashing. Sudden eruptions happen without mercy. One upward spike changes everything. Your safety hangs by a thread. They are watching for the boom. Nature strikes when it wants. It does not ask for permission. We are watching the fuse burn. Share this warning now. Could your town be next? Comment your location below.